Thanks for joining us, Joe. What's the feeling in the camp ahead of finals week?
A lot of excitement, I think. We've got a real solid week of build-up and preparation for Saturday. And I guess, as the week goes on, the more excitement will build. I think the boys are certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, and obviously you've been captain yourself for this. How's that been as an experience, and what challenges has it brought on?
Really enjoyed it. I've captained a little bit during obviously Sam Billings' reign, and he's been away, IPL, different commitments, and I found myself captaining quite a bit. And this year's been actually great fun. I'm sure there's quite a few of the lads that would have liked to be involved in the 100, but we are actually able to keep a relatively strong squad, and I think the boys have really bought into. I've asked them to be brave, to be aggressive, and play sort of that no fear cricket. And I think certainly the last few games, especially before the quarter-final stage, has been knockout cricket for us. And I think the response after the first few games has been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you talked there about just the 100 and the thing. Obviously, you played for London Spirit last year,
yeah,
and you've come back to the 50 over comp this year. How's that experience been, and not which do you prefer, but what are the differences and how are you finding that?
The 100 was exciting to be a part of, full crowds and great atmosphere, but I think the Royal London Cup, I think a lot of people thought that might suffer, but for me the standard of cricket has been absolutely great, and the crowds as well that we've certainly received down at Canterbury has been fantastic. The boys have been really well supported, home and away. So hopefully, we can get a great crowd along to Trent Bridge as well. I'm sure the tickets are flying out, which is great, and hopefully we can do them proud.
You might notice from my accent, I'm not from around here. I'm actually a Lancashire fan, so I'm doing a bit of a scouting for the opposition. How do you think, going into the final, what do you think of Lancashire as an opposition side? Obviously you beat them in the group stage, and how can you take that confidence of having beat them before into that final?
Yeah, nothing but respect for Lancashire. They're a very quality outfit. They've got a very strong squad. They're obviously a lot of players at international duties within their squad, but like I said, they have got a big squad, so they've been one of the strongest teams within the group stages this year. Yes, we beat them down here at Canterbury, which we needed to do, but we take confidence from that. But Saturday's a final, and both teams will be going into it very confident.
Yeah. So just talking about your own form for a minute, you seem to be enjoying your cricket again. You've got lots of 50s, you're dominating with the bat. What's been the secret to it, and do you have any highlights in particular from this tournament?
The secret to my success.
You're sure you wanted to give this away?
Well, look, I think I've had an okay season. I'm one of those that always strives for more. You touched on me getting 50s there. Turning those 50s into 100s I'd be a lot more happier with that. And the highlight for me is just the fact that we were second to bottom after 3 or 4 games and pretty much knockout cricket for the rest of the competition. And I think that shows a lot of character, a lot of belief within this squad, and very proud of the way the boys have gone about it. And I think the Yorkshire game down here, where we needed 6 runs off the last ball, Grant Stewart hits a 6 and keeps us alive, is certainly going to be one of the highlights of the season for me.
You touched on it there, sort of effectively being knockout cricket. As a captain and more of a peripheral figure in the dressing room, is that sort of a situation that you see both sides of it? So, well, there's obviously a lot of pressure to win pretty much every game now, but also that if you win every game, you then get yourself on a run, and it's now led you to get to this stage.
Yeah, I think looking at it from a positive point of view, if you can sort of get through that, it leaves you in such a good position where going into a final, we've pretty much played 4 or 5 finals leading up to it, and we've been involved in some incredible games as well, where we've chased scores of 300 plus, or scores in and around 300. We've defended totals as well, so we've chased, we've defended. So yeah, in terms of preparation going into a final, I feel that we're in a real good place.
And do you think that momentum and getting that momentum and those wins under your belt towards the end, like you've won your last 4 matches, do you think that helps going into the final, like bringing that?
Yeah, I'd certainly rather be winning going into a final, but there's been a long break since that semi-final. Same for both teams. So I think this is an important week of preparation and not overdoing it, not overthinking it. I spoke to the guys this morning about, yes, it's got that tag of a cup final, but it's just another game of cricket, and a real focus on what we've been doing well, being brave, being aggressive, and hopefully that will lead us into picking up the trophy.
So just before we let you go, we want to get a bit of an insight into the dressing room. So we've got some teammates questions for you.
Yep.
And you get to throw your teammates under the bus if you want to. Who has the worst dressing room chat?
Worst dressing room chat. Who could I go with? Probably Mr. Quinn, Matt Quinn. He's a bit of a rare cat. You can probably tell with his moustache and his mohawk haircut. He likes to be a point of difference, and he comes up with some rare chat every now and then.
Who is the best at football in the Kent side?
You can say yourself.
You can say yourself.
I can and I will. Yeah, that would be me. Closely followed, I reckon, by Alex Blake. Sam Billings isn't too bad, but he likes to be a bit too flair, which lets him down a little bit. But yeah, when you've got 21 golden boots, you can't really not say yourself.
And one final one for you. Who out of the Kent team is most likely to go on Love Island?
See, I was trying to think who's single. I'd say probably Mr. Nathan Gilchrist. Tall, dark, handsome. That's what Love Island's all about,
Fits the
isn't it?
mould.
Yeah, absolutely. Just needs to work on his chat a little bit. It'd be a great, great for Love Island.
Fantastic. Thank you, Joe.